Right. So look, yeah, exactly. So like, look.
Which helps you decelerate, right? Which kind of.
Well, it makes the hip go. So look, watch this. Stand back a sec. Watch this. Here, film. Hit a space bar on me on this, right? I just want you to see that. 1 second here. Get this up. Okay. This I'm recording this for you. So all my speed and everything I'm trying to generate is over here. What do I want on this side mostly is stability and consistency to my face angle, right? We look at all these players, all the good players coming through the bottom, their face angle fluctuates minimally, usually. Now there's shots they hit that they're trying to do things, it's not the same. But for a straight ball, the idea of freezing the hand is really good. So here, if I do one for you, right? You'll see that all I'm worried about is freezing my left hand after I've done my swing plane, right? So you'll see here I gets it up, right? I shimmy and shake here first. Then you'll see that I keep my, let me redraw these lines over here real quick here. And I'm trying to, I call it trying to keep my hip in my head, right? And while I do my swing plane supinate freeze, right? And so it's, I go straight away, right? Take it back up here, keep my head, then do my swing path, back down, which is my elbow in, and then right here, I'm trying to freeze my hand. Now, right when I freeze my hand, what happens is, where's my left leg go in my hip? Right, because see, if this is all stuck like this, right, then something has to go, right? And so here's, it's almost like this, it's like a sleight of hand trick. You know, like how the magicians like do stuff? By me having you focus on freezing your hand, right, what's going to happen? Your hip's going to go where it belongs, and while you're worried about freezing your hand, what's going to happen? The hip's going to do, remember how you came in here saying you're worried about your hips? Yeah. By thinking about doing something with your hips, you're distracting yourself from doing what you need to do with what? The blade, right? And it's proven, and it's funny because Randy Smith said this. He said, bomb the driver, right? And then these guys on tour right now, guess what? They're using their club heads like surgeons, okay? Now think of this. If you're a surgeon, right, where is your mind? Hopefully. At the absolute tip of the instrument, right? If your mind goes anywhere else as a surgeon, we may lose a patient. Right. So at the end of the day, what should be the number one thing you're worried about is the blade. And most importantly, when? Through the ball, right? If you can get that face, like I was just showing you DJ's face, through the ball, you're going to have a more consistent shot. So anyway, so that position there, that's a big deal, dude. I'm going to send you that picture as a reminder. Because it's this idea of the impact. Why do we have impact bags, right? What's the purpose of an impact bag? Practice freezing, right? You know what I mean? And so here's what's crazy, bro. One last thing here. Let me do one more for you. Ready? Watch this. So here, stand back 1 sec for me, Alfie. Right. So if I go into a shot, right, and I basically all I do most of the time, if you watch me in my practice swings, I usually go and I don't even do the whole finish. I'm usually going path and hand. Okay. I'm worried about head, hip, hand, and then when I get up to the shot, that's what I'm worried about. I gets it up, one look, and then. And that would be a really nice fundamental type motion. Now here's what happens. You eventually get to where I freeze it through the ball, but then what? Immediately after I've gone through, usually I soften up my arm. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it was like I froze it through like a foot past the ball.
Because you want to be loose here, right?
Yeah, and then firm, and then loose at the end. Yes, you get it, man. And so you'll see here when I did this one, I thought about freezing, but look, it looks correct on the follow through without me thinking about, look, where'd my hip have to go? It had to go back. Because if the blade is staying like this, where's the hip got to go? It's got to go behind you. So think of it as swing plane, supinate freeze while keeping your hip in your head.